Did you know that 75% of people feel stuck in midlife? But the surprise isn't that number, it's that the other 25% are probably just pretending. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Piper. And on this channel, we talk about all things related to midlife. Feeling stuck, feeling lost in midlife is something I can definitely relate to. I am a wife and a mom, and my last child just left home a little over a year ago. And now I'm an empty nester, which that was a big change in itself. I'm not sure if it's that big life change compounded with menopause symptoms or really what it is or why I feel stuck right now and lost in midlife. I don't know. I kind of feel like I have felt lost many times in my life and not just now in midlife. And I wonder if it's because I consider myself to be a multi passionate, which is somebody who has many interests in a lot of different things. And I've never really been able to kind of narrow down exactly what it is I want to do for the rest of my life. And I didn't really do things the traditional way. I mean, I wasn't that person that graduated from high school and went right into college for 4 years and came on out on the other side with this wonderful career that I could work until I decided to retire one day. I actually started to go to college out of high school, stopped, went back, ended up having my first child, so then I quit again. And it wasn't until later in life that I decided to go back and finish my bachelor's degree at 40. And once I finished my bachelor's degree, I completed an alternative routes to licensure to become a special education teacher, and I did a fast track master's program. And I taught for 10 years, but I never felt fulfilled as a teacher. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's ever felt this way, but I can honestly say that I have never had a job where I have felt like it is the perfect fit for me, like where I've said to myself, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know. I hope I'm not the only one that has felt like that their whole life, but maybe I am, and that's okay. But anyways, here I am now. I left teaching almost 3 years ago to partner with someone and open up a small business. And it was great at the time. It allowed me to retire from teaching. I was very excited to open my business. I thought it was going to be a really great opportunity, and I love helping and meeting new people. But now that I'm a little over 2 years into this venture, it hasn't really panned out to be what I thought it was going to be for me. And again, that's okay because those things happen. But now I find myself back at that point where I'm like, what's next? Now I feel this pressure to reinvent myself and figure out what's next for me. I have a year left on my lease, and so I have a year to figure it out. I think, society tells us that at this point in our lives, we're supposed to have things figured out, right? We're supposed to have a stable career, the perfect family, a 5 year plan, and a retirement strategy in place. But what they don't tell you is that it's okay to not know what's next. And it's okay to outgrow your life. I mean, we're not the same people we were in our 20s, 30s, or even 40s. And I feel like if you're not constantly evolving, then you're not really growing. And that's the way it's supposed to be. So I think it's okay to not know what's next. I think we can take these feelings and use them as an opportunity to reset and to kind of reflect on where we've been and where we want to go. We have decades of experience. We have skills that we didn't have in our 20s, and we're a lot wiser than we were in our 20s and 30s. And I think that we can use that to our advantage. So, in order to move forward, I think there are 3 steps that we need to take. And the first is to give yourself permission to not know and to embrace the uncertainty. Treat it like an adventure rather than a problem to solve. The second thing is, I think you need to listen to your discontent. That feeling of restlessness is pointing you towards what needs to change. Pay attention to when you feel most alive. What are you doing when you feel the happiest? And also pay attention to what makes you feel the most drained. And lastly, start small. You don't need to blow up your life to change it. Begin with tiny experiments. Take a class, start a new project, or maybe there's someplace that you want to volunteer. I find those things so exciting because you never know where it's going to lead you or who you're going to meet in the process. Maybe that volunteer position, it could lead you into a new career. You just never know. And that's the best part about it. So just remember that feeling lost doesn't mean that you failed. And this is something that I remind myself of too, because I think it's real easy to get down on yourself and feel like maybe you failed because you're not where you think you're supposed to be, because I'm definitely guilty of that. And I just try to remind myself of all the things that I have accomplished in my life so far rather than looking at what I haven't done. Um, it's those little things, that we have to do just to keep moving on. We have to keep moving and pushing ourselves and trying new things. And like I said, who knows where that will lead you. The middle of life isn't too late to start something new. In fact, it's just the right time. Any time that you want to start something new is the right time. And just remember that you're not alone. There are a lot of us out there, myself included, going through the same things and having the same feelings. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. So drop a line down there. Let me know what are some things that you are doing to help with these feelings in midlife. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.